Antarctica, a vast, icy expanse that holds mysteries as old as the Earth itself. Most of us think of it as a frozen wasteland, a land of penguins, glaciers, and biting cold. But in recent years, this remote continent has been making headlines for reasons far beyond its natural beauty. So, what's really happening in Antarctica? From climate change to international intrigue, let's break it all down. First, let's talk about what Antarctica is. It's the coldest, driest, and windiest continent on Earth, covered by an ice sheet that holds about 70% of the world's fresh water. Despite its harsh conditions, Antarctica is a place of incredible importance to science, climate, and global ecosystems. Its ice cores store ancient climate data, and its waters help regulate the planet's temperature. But Antarctica is far from untouched. In fact, what's happening there could impact us all. One of the biggest stories coming out of Antarctica is its rapidly changing environment. Temperatures on the continent are rising at alarming rates, with some areas warming nearly 3 times faster than the global average. This has caused significant melting of the ice sheets, particularly in West Antarctica and along the Antarctic Peninsula. Why does this matter? Because Antarctica's ice plays a crucial role in maintaining global sea levels. Scientists estimate that if all of Antarctica's ice were to melt, sea levels could rise by more than 60 meters, flooding coastal cities around the world. While that's not happening overnight, even small changes in the Antarctic ice sheet could have devastating consequences for millions of people. In 2023, a study revealed that the Thwaites Glacier, often referred to as the Doomsday Glacier, is melting faster than previously thought. This massive glacier acts like a cork, holding back even larger ice sheets. If it collapses, it could trigger a chain reaction of melting across Antarctica. But it's not just about ice. Antarctica's ecosystems are also feeling the strain. Rising temperatures are affecting the habitats of penguins, seals, and other wildlife. Species like the emperor penguin, which relies on stable sea ice for breeding, are particularly vulnerable. Despite the challenges, Antarctica remains a hub of scientific discovery. Researchers from around the world travel to this remote continent to study its unique environment. In recent years, they've made some incredible finds. For instance, scientists discovered subglacial lakes buried under kilometers of ice, harboring ancient microorganisms that could offer clues about life on other planets. These extreme environments are thought to resemble the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn, like Europa and Enceladus, making Antarctica a testing ground for future space exploration. Another groundbreaking discovery came from the fossil record. Paleontologists have unearthed evidence that Antarctica was once a lush, green continent with temperate forests. This ancient past reminds us of how dramatically Earth's climate can change over millions of years. Antarctica isn't just a scientific frontier, it's also a geopolitical one. Under the Antarctic Treaty System, signed in 1959, the continent is designated as a zone of peace and science. Military activity is prohibited, and no country can claim sovereignty over it. But as global interest in Antarctica grows, so do the tensions. Several countries, including the United States, China, Russia, and Australia, maintain research stations on the continent. While these stations are ostensibly for scientific purposes, some experts warn that they could serve as footholds for future resource claims. Antarctica is believed to hold vast reserves of untapped minerals, oil, and gas, as well as critical resources like fresh water. For now, the Antarctic Treaty bans resource exploitation, but that could change in the future. In recent years, China's increased presence in Antarctica has raised eyebrows. The country has rapidly expanded its research operations, leading some to speculate that it may be positioning itself for a larger role in the region. Meanwhile, other nations are ramping up their own activities, fueling a quiet race for influence in one of the world's last frontiers. Beneath Antarctica's thick ice lies another mystery, its hidden geology. Using radar and satellite technology, scientists have mapped mountain ranges, valleys, and lakes buried beneath the ice. One of the most fascinating finds is Lake Vostok, a subglacial lake isolated from the surface for millions of years. Researchers believe it could harbor microbial life forms unlike anything we've seen before. Then there's the possibility of ancient meteorite impacts. Antarctica's ice sheet acts like a giant time capsule, preserving fragments of space debris. In fact, more meteorites have been found in Antarctica than anywhere else on Earth, offering insights into the solar system's history. Another growing concern is the rise of tourism in Antarctica. Once reserved for elite scientists and explorers, the continent is now attracting thousands of tourists each year. While strict regulations are in place to minimize environmental impact, the presence of humans in such a fragile ecosystem raises ethical and ecological questions. Increased tourism also brings risks like pollution and the accidental introduction of invasive species. So why should we care about what's happening in Antarctica? Because this remote, frozen continent is a barometer for the planet. The changes occurring there, melting ice, shifting ecosystems, and international rivalries are not isolated. They are interconnected with the health of our oceans, the stability of our climate, and even the balance of global power. Antarctica might seem far away, but its future is tied to ours. It's a reminder that even the most remote places on Earth are deeply connected to our lives. The question is, will we rise to the challenge of protecting this incredible continent, or will we allow its mysteries and wonders to slip away under the weight of human activity? The answer is up to us.